Hey y'all, my name is LaGina and we are here at the WBEA Conference right here in Houston, Texas. And this is LaRae Infinity Audio Production. And I am here with
Tiffany Williams with Twice Media Production.
Yes, Twice Media, Tiffany, what up? So this is a kicker interview, y'all, because, we're in this industry and I'm so excited to be here with you. So let's just dive in. I want to talk about your business journey because you were up on stage just a little while ago and we were having true confessions on why WBEA and Dr. Day have been so impactful. But tell us something about your business journey that people may not often know.
Wow. So I started my journey pretty young. I was 24 years old, fresh out of grad school, didn't know anyone in Houston, really hadn't had a real job before, no business experience, but I just decided that I was going to come here and build this business. And I've been very fortunate to continue to have a company 10 years later. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to continue to serve my clients and to continue to participate in organizations like WBEA.
I love that. When you say serve clients, I think that that's one of those really pivotal things that people that are successful in business, they understand the servitude mindset. So what are some of your favorite things about serving your clients?
Well, we provide primarily event video production for our clients, and events can be very stressful. And so just knowing that you have a media partner that can take care of everything for you is something that we like to provide to our clients. And that peace of mind, knowing that it's going to be professional, it's going to be high quality, and it's going to also help them with their strategy. So it's not just beautiful video at the end of your conference or your trade show or your golf tournament. It's how can we develop a strategy for your company that is really going to help you get your message out there? How are you going to stay in touch with key stakeholders? How can you leverage video before, during, and after your event to maximize your marketing budget? So I get to do that every day with my clients, and it's a beautiful thing, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really fun industry to be in, and you talk about that 24-year-old Tiffany, and you're like, I'm going to do this and take on the world. And I often talk about when you're in, I don't believe in staying in your lane versus being able to go into another lane and let somebody else drive. So out of all your production stuff, what is your jam? What's the thing that you like to do the best?
Honestly, I found for me, it's the business side. So I started off doing everything. I was the one-man band. I was shooting, I was editing, I was managing client relations. I was truly the CEO, the chief everything officer. And I realized really early on that that was not sustainable. And I needed to build a team that could help me really scale the company. And so I started pouring into them and making sure they had the tools and the resources they needed to help me build up the business. And in doing that, I had to really learn business because, like I said, I was young. I hadn't really worked before in a corporate environment. And I was still learning a lot. And I had a lot of trial and error. Don't get,
Tis business. Trial, error.
Yes, error after error, and just learned a lot. And I realized that I really like the business. I like the sales aspect. I like interfacing with clients and closing deals. Like that is where I shine. And so I'm fortunate to have a team that can do all of the other production stuff. And I also like storytelling. And so now that we're kind of getting more out into the production space, it's a little different than the traditional marketing campaigns that we started out doing, but we still get to tell a story about this event and this incredible experience. And we let the numbers also drive that narrative in helping our clients reach their goals through strategy and execution.
You keep saying strategy, y'all. Strategy. Figure out what that means in your business and get to it. So how did you find WBEA?
So I'm trying to remember because that was a long, long time ago.
Way back then, back in the day.
Yes, it was shortly after I started my company. And honestly, I don't remember exactly who introduced me to WBEA, but I do remember very early on coming to a WBEA conference. And at that conference, I showed up way too early because I misread the schedule. And I was just sitting there while the people were setting up their booths and stuff. And I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I'd never really been in a corporate environment like that. And so fortunately, this guy ended up walking by and he was doing work with Toyota. And he needed something for their booth. And so they wanted to set up a photography booth at the different Toyota trade shows across the country. And I was able to travel with them and shoot all the photos and meet people. And it was just incredible. And so I'm so grateful for whoever it was that introduced me to WBA because it's definitely been beneficial for my business growth and development.
Yeah, and even in that short story, it's the thing that we always tell people, you've got to show up,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You've got to show up. And sometimes you just have to show up. Like you were sitting like, like I'm here, I'm about to take over the world. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're traveling all over the country, snapping photos and starting that trajectory that's so wild. Okay, so the theme of the conference, right, is legendary.
Yes, yes.
What makes you legendary?
Wow. Was not ready for that question. I don't know. What makes me legendary? I think the fact that I do lead with service. I want to help others. I want to leave a legacy. And really, you know what? More importantly, I'm a really big advocate for Black business, women business, and seeing people who look like me win. And so I think that's what makes me legendary because that is a driver in anything I do. So yes, I want to serve my clients. Yes, I want to serve the people that work for me in my company. But ultimately, I want to grow my business so that I can give back on a larger scale and help other people the way that so many have helped me. So I would say that's what makes me legendary, or at least I think so.
I think so too, because as you say, I'm like, that's such alignment because that's how I feel. People are like, well, do you want to be famous? I want to be famous and rich so I can give back to all the people or give forward, side to side, all of it to everybody that has sowed into me, that needs sowing into.
Yeah.
And not only the sowing, but the flowering and the watering of those things. So I love that you say that because that is deeming of legendary. So I'm excited to see that part of your career grow.
Thank you.
You talk about the sewing in. So what is the thing, right? Like we're thinking about all the mistakes we've made. I'm like, oh man. And some of it's laughable and some of it's cryable in the shower, right? But what is something that you would tell, let's say somebody that's right on the turn of getting that first major contract, knowing that they don't feel like they have the capacity to do it, but they're about to sign. Like, what do you tell that person, that business owner, that woman business owner, that woman of color business owner?
You said it, actually, capacity. You have to be ready for a contract. And you have to understand what exactly is that client expecting of you. So read those terms. And if you are not familiar with anything in that contract, seek legal help. Get somebody to help you understand it, because once you're signed in, they expect you to deliver on that scope of work for that price that you agreed upon. So if you didn't properly plan out what it was going to take to execute on that job, you can't come back and say, well, no, it's going to cost us a lot more money and we're going to have to. No. You have to execute on what you agreed to do. And so it's critically important for you to understand what you're actually getting into. Don't overpromise. Be upfront about the expectations. What are the deliverables? What is the time frame? I cannot stress that enough. Don't overpromise because they're going to hold you to that. So be realistic. And I would rather be late delivering something than to deliver something that's not the best representation of my company. But also communicating with the client throughout to let them know, well, maybe you didn't send the files that we needed to get the project done by the intended deadline, or, but having all that in writing can help you protect yourself. But just be prepared. Have the capacity to be able to deliver on what you said you were capable of doing, and believe in yourself, because at the end of the day, it's really going to take that belief and that drive to get to the other side of, and ultimately get to the finish line.
The belief and the drive. And, over the last couple of days, I've had the opportunity to attend at least one or two of the workshops and the lectures and everything. And I was in one with Shell, and they were saying, hey, sometimes you showing up, like you said, and doing the procurement stuff, and maybe you don't have the capacity right now, but even you putting your hat in the ring, and then saying, I don't have the capacity, I just need you to know who I am, is powerful. So I love that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So my last question to you is if you had a ideal client or somebody that you're going after next, I want you to manifest, speak that. Like who's the next big name you're going after that you want to really provide production assistance to and serve?
That's a good question. I've got a long list of clients that I want to work
Yeah.
with, but actually, one of them recently came true. So I have gone after multiple bids with the Port of Houston over the years, and had them on my target list. A company that I really wanted to work for and with, and we recently were awarded a 2-year contract with the Port of Houston.
Let's
So
go, Port of Houston.
So I need to go ahead and write down some more. So
Yes.
hopefully those can become a reality. But I'm really, really excited about that opportunity. So that should be kicking off soon. But yeah, I'm really big on manifestation and being intentional about what you want. And so I'm just excited to see what's next.
I'm excited for you. Look into the camera, tell everybody once again who you are, your business, and where they can find you to get you to that next big client.
Absolutely. So again, my name is Tiffany Williams, and I am the CEO and creative director for Twice Media Productions. And you can find me pretty much everywhere online under Twice Media Productions or my name, Tiffany Williams.
I love it. All right, y'all. My name is LaGina, and this is LaRae Infinity Audio Productions. And we're right here at the WBEA Conference here in Houston. Until next time, peace. Bye.